As Ghana celebrates its Independence Day, Michael Davis, a missionary and lead for Jesus Rescue Team Ministries, is emphasizing the need to rescue souls. Speaking to the press, he stressed that many people are bound by Satan, and as followers of Jesus Christ, they have been commissioned to save the lost. Michael reminded everyone that heaven and hell are real and urged lost souls to seek a connection with Jesus Christ. Christianity is a lifestyle, he emphasized. He also invited Ghanaians, especially those who feel lost, to watch Christian movies that can transform their lives.
Souls working in Ghana who are bound by Satan, who also need to be saved or also experience spiritual independence. So we are here for both physical and spiritual independence of Ghana. And even as we are rescuing soul, we also pray for the nation as well. So Jesus Rescue Team was birthed out of prayer. Reading the book of Judges chapter 2 verse 10, the Bible says that a generation came after Joshua's generation who knew nothing about God. And it means that a generation failed. And when Jesus was leaving this earth, he did not leave a vacuum. He had people that he had trained and also filled them with the Spirit. So we believe that a generation that is not discipled will be a generation who knew nothing about their God, and if they don't know anything about God, darkness will consume them. So our heart desire is to make sure that our generation will know God. And Luke chapter 19 verse 10, the Bible says that for the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. So we are seeking the lost, and we are also trying to save the lost for Jesus Christ. When you read Luke chapter 16 verse 19 to 31, there's an interesting story there about the rich man and Lazarus. But what I pick from that place is the heartbeat of the rich man in hell. He said he has 5 brothers, and they should go and tell them so that they can repent, that they may not come to where he is. Hell is real. Hell is a place of torment. There is no food in hell. There's no water in hell. And I believe that as I'm born again and I know I'm going to heaven, I wish everyone will follow me to heaven. The rich man, he was heartless on earth, but whilst he was in hell, he became concerned about his brothers. So I believe that the rich man has made us understand that hell is not a good place for anyone. So I will wish that, as Jesus says he's going to heaven to prepare a place for us, as I believed, I want everybody to come to Jesus. And holidays are place or an event that expose the youth. The church may organize prayers, but we live in the world. The world is real. So after church, what happens? The youth would like to go out, and we saw that there was a vacuum between the church or the Christian in the world. So we believe that the youth would like to come to the cinema, but some of the content are not good. Families find it difficult to move together to go to the cinema because parents cannot watch the same movie with their children. So why don't we come to the cinema, rent the place, show Christian movies, so that the family unit can still be connected, and other youth who also come to the cinema or come to the mall looking for a place to connect can also come around to connect with Jesus Christ. We are not we normally don't come here. At times we will go to the beach as well. The youth like going to the beach. We buy coconuts and we give free coconut at the beach, and also create sports. Like, we believe that Christianity is a lifestyle. Jesus says we should go to the world. We have to take the world. We have to even create events that the worldly people would like to come, because the world creates events that when the youth are hooked up to, it takes so much money to bring them out, and at times it is irreversible. So we believe that we have to give the youth an alternative to still have fun whilst they are out there. When a soul is saved, a community is saved, then a nation is saved. Like the movie that we are showing, The Forge, there is so much to learn from. discipleship. This young guy who has been transformed by his boss, you can see that at home now there is peace at home, and among his friends is becoming a very good influence on them. So we believe that coming to watch this movie, just if one soul is saved, we are over 30 something million people, but we have one president. His decision affects the whole nation. So if one young person is saved now, there is hope for the future. With one of our mission, we are a mission organization. We travel to the Volta region, we travel across the nation, and we realize that there are a lot of young people. When you go to the Afron Plains, you go to AG, you go to other places, they are being enslaved. And as a missionary, it breaks my heart. But getting to know that there is an organization that cares for them, that gives them hope, was very, very exciting to me. And also trafficking. So coming to the cinema to watch this, a lot of young guys are desperate. So watching people who are going through slavery whilst they think they are going for greener pastures, I think a lot of people who have watched this, they are going to have a second thought even when they want to travel, or even dealing with some agencies. And I believe desperation will minimize as well. So I believe that what they are doing is very good. And also they don't just advocate, they also bring justice to people. Even Jesus on earth, when the woman who was caught in the act of adultery and she was being about to stone, Jesus brought justice, and because of that she wasn't stoned. So I believe that IJM, they're a good organization that JLT has to partner with them so that we can still save life and also create awareness for the danger ahead of the youth in at that side of the world. Jesus is coming soon. There is heaven, there is hell, and be relevant on earth, that when you leave this world, your name will still be in somebody's heart. I always ask somebody that when you go to heaven, who will come close to you and say that it is because of you that I came to heaven? I want to have a lot of people who will come and say that it's because of you that I came to heaven. And I don't want to see any of my friends, my family in hell. So I'm giving all my opportunity, all the energy that I have. And I want to thank all our partners. Coming to the cinema is very expensive, especially during the festive season. The price is very high. When we share the vision with people, people give us money and they paid for it. So it's free. So people are watching free, and we are not even trying to raise funds here. So we just want to thank all who believe in the vision and always pre-finance whatever we do in reaching out to souls. God bless all of you. The cinema, we are looking up to about 250 in the hall. Then after that, we are going to the streets to reach out to people with placards and other things. So plus and minus, today we are going to reach out to about 1,000 people to know Jesus.
Call to action comes as the country continues to grapple with the issues of human trafficking, which affects many vulnerable individuals, including children and women. Director for Advocacy of the International Justice Mission Ghana, Walanyo Foster, noted that human trafficking has been on the rise at some parts of the country, and government called upon to strengthen law to curb the myths.
Yeah, Jesus Rescue Team has been doing a lot of great work in reaching out to the most vulnerable in our society, sending the gospel of Jesus Christ to many. And we feel like because they are also looking out for the marginalized in society, people that will come together to hear about the gospel of Jesus, we feel that this is a great platform for us to share our message and to help others to also know that they can be vulnerable. In recent times, there have been a lot of cross-border trafficking, where even professors and people who are very learned are duped to travel across the shores of this country, all in search of greener pastures, but then they end up being trafficked or being exploited. So nobody is immune to human trafficking, because human trafficking is one of the dark ills of the world that is hidden. It's not in plain sight. So if we don't share, if we don't talk about it in all corners, people will not know about it.
Some of the participants shared their joy with Nation One TV by applauding Jesus Rescue Team Ministries for such a seasoned movie that will transform the youth community and family, they said.
Thank you very much. Watching from the movie, I realized that when you want to lead a child to Christ, You don't need to be so aggressive. You need to be relaxed and then speak the word of God to the child. Don't try to be so bossy on that particular person. Let's move by step. With that, the person may understand the situation and know how to go about it. So looking at the movie, from Isaiah's mother, he wanted his son to be a Christian, but the approach she used was not so, from my side, was not so good, because she was trying to, she saw the son as a boy, so she was trying to push the son by force to go to church and then learn the word. But looking at Mr. Moore, he took his time to lead this boy to Christ by first giving him an opportunity to get that literature he read. After reading the literature, the boy himself got convinced about getting to Christ, and that was when he approached him and he later led him directly to Christ. So I believe that leading somebody to Christ is not to force the person, but to give the person the opportunity to avail himself for him to be led.
We are right now in a dispensation where the youth are struggling to find their feet. We have people who are trying to understand what is happening in the world. People are trying to find love. People are trying to fit in the economic situation, yet the passion and the zeal is failing. We are looking for people, leaders. And then in this movie, I see leadership. I see support. I see courage. I see people being a source of help. I see that there is God, the hand of God in all of this. And so somehow, how does this connect? I ask myself, how is this connecting to today's world? We just need to be able to be passionate about the things we do. We need to have leaders who are working for the people. We need to have people who are committed to the work that they do. People who are willing to push themselves to the limits. And people who will do all this and just think about the betterment of the world, of the community, of the country, and not just about the money that they stand to make from it. I see love in it. I see community working as a team. I see families coming together. I see basically just commitment and strength, passion and zeal. And people are just going all out. The movie talks about strength. It talks about unity. It talks about oneness. It talks about the power of God, and it talks about strong leadership. I think if we are able to put all of these together as a country, as a community, in our offices, in our small units, wherever you find yourself, in your school, be it a university, in your church, in your little community, like where kings and chiefs are making decisions, where leaders are making decisions, and then they think about the common people. And then the commoners understand that we have a duty, we have a call, and we have a responsibility. And then we are all looking to see a beautiful community. Then we will work together, all with the hope of seeing a better future, a better tomorrow, and a better Ghana. I want them to enter into the hinterlands. They should go into the deep places. Let people understand that there are people who are willing to push the word. People should hear this. People should get connected. Like, it's a big thing, and I think that if they're able to move into all the regions in Ghana, enter spaces that have not been entered into. I come from the north. I've never had an opportunity where something like this has happened up north. I would love to see something like this in the north, and there are churches, there are people who are doing missions over there, and so they should bring partners on board. They should just move out.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.